A mighty fortress is our guide, a bulwark never failing, our helper he amid the flight of mortal ills prevailing. For still our ancient foe doth seek to work us woe. His craft and power are great, and armed with cruel hate.
At the beginning of the 16th century, Europe lived under the powerful shadow of the Catholic Church, an institution that not only guided souls, but also exerted control over political and social life. However, beneath this seemingly impenetrable
authority, a growing discontent simmered among the faithful. This backdrop set the stage for the rise of a figure who would change the course of history, Martin Luther.
In 1517, Luther, an Augustinian monk and professor of theology, dared to challenge the status quo by posting his 95 Theses on the door of the castle church in Wittenberg, an act that would resonate through the centuries. This audacious gesture was not just an attack on the corrupt practices of indulgences, but a call for spiritual and institutional reform that would find echoes in dissatisfied hearts throughout Europe. Luther's 95 Theses quickly spread thanks to the printing press, igniting debates and galvanizing support among those yearning for change. This movement, which would become known as the Protestant Reformation, challenged not only papal authority, but also initiated a profound re-evaluation of the foundations of Christian faith and the very structure of society. During this period of intense turmoil, Luther emerged as more than a theologian.
He became a visionary leader and shrewd strategist. He recognized the potential of the printing press, a still recent invention, to disseminate his ideas and reach a wider audience. Music, in particular, became a powerful tool in his hands, used
to convey his teachings and strengthen the cohesion of the nascent Protestant community. It was in this fervent environment that "A Mighty Fortress is Our God" emerged as a hymn of resistance and hope. This hymn transcended mere expression of faith. It became a symbol of resistance against religious and social oppression. By describing God as a secure fortress, Luther offered his followers not only spiritual comfort, but also a vision of courage and determination in times of uncertainty and change. The Protestant Reformation, catalyzed by Luther's actions and works, not only transformed religious practice in Europe, but also sparked a wave of cultural and intellectual change. A Mighty Fortress became the soundtrack of a movement that challenged kingdoms and altered the course of history, resonating in the minds and hearts of those who fought for freedom and truth. Luther's music continues to resonate today, a lasting reminder of the power of an idea when embraced by those courageous enough to fight for it. Music played an essential role during the Protestant Reformation, and A Mighty Fortress emerged as a sonic emblem that captured the vigorous essence of the Reformers. In that period, when religion was closely tied to power structures, Martin Luther used music to challenge the status quo. A Mighty Fortress served not just as a traditional hymn, but became the acoustic symbol of a spiritual revolution. The central message of A Mighty Fortress presented God as an unshakable fortress, resonating deeply among Protestants who lived under constant threat of persecution and instability. Luther's music offered courage and hope, serving as a reminder that despite earthly adversities, they were protected by a greater divine force. This hymn not only united the faithful in a common belief, but also strengthened them to face adversities, challenging the divisions imposed by ecclesiastical power. Beyond its spiritual function, A Mighty Fortress had a strategic role in the Reformation. Luther, always a visionary, understood the power of music as a vehicle for communication and resistance. The simplicity and strength of its melody allowed it to be easily learned and sung by people of all social classes, becoming an effective means of spreading reformist ideas. This transformed the music not just into a reinforcement of faith, but into a catalyst for the spread of Protestant ideas. The hymn became a cry of resistance and a symbol against oppression, echoing in the minds and hearts of all who longed for a new era of spiritual freedom. A mighty fortress, with its transformative capacity, is celebrated not only as a musical piece, but as a testament to the strength of faith and music in times of change. Through its notes and words, Luther built a spiritual fortress that continues to inspire courage and unity to this day. A mighty fortress is truly a masterpiece that harmoniously blends lyrics and melody to create a profound and lasting impact. The music, composed by Martin Luther, is robust and majestic, reflecting the strength and security the lyrics convey. This powerful combination transforms the hymn into more than just a song. It is a declaration of faith that transcends generations. The melody of A Mighty Fortress is designed to be grand and accessible. With a striking and memorable melodic line, the composition allows the congregation to sing in unison, promoting a sense of community and unity. The hymn's harmony is designed to be simple yet effective, allowing the message of the lyrics to shine. The solid harmonic progression reinforces the idea of an impenetrable fortress, providing a secure musical foundation. The rhythm is firm and deliberate, reflecting the solemnity and determination of the message. The moderate tempo allows singers to articulate each word clearly, emphasizing the theological content of the lyrics. The lyrics of A Mighty Fortress present God as an unshakable fortress, a secure protection against challenges and adversities. This theme is recurring and is reinforced in each stanza, creating a sense of confidence and hope. Luther uses vivid imagery and powerful symbolism to convey his message. Terms like fortress and shield evoke divine protection, while references to spiritual battles illustrate the constant struggle of the faithful. The language is direct and assertive, reflecting Luther's conviction in his faith. The poetic style is both accessible and profound, allowing the message to resonate with a wide range of listeners. The ability of A Mighty Fortress to unite lyrics and music so effectively is what ensures its lasting impact. The hymn not only served as a pillar of Protestant faith during the Reformation, but continues to be sung and appreciated worldwide, symbolizing resistance and hope in times of uncertainty. The melody of A Mighty Fortress is a brilliant fusion of simplicity and strength, designed to be easily memorized and sung by everyone, from small congregations to large choirs. This accessibility is one of the reasons the hymn became so popular and enduring. The melody is constructed in a simple and straightforward manner, with musical intervals that are intuitive for most singers. This facilitates the learning and dissemination of the hymn among people of different musical backgrounds. The melodic structure is ideal for collective singing, promoting a sense of unity and community. This was especially important during the Reformation, when group cohesion was essential for the survival and growth of the Protestant movement. The harmonic progressions are carefully chosen to instill a sense of grandeur and solemnity. They not only support the melody, but also reinforce the idea of God as a majestic and unshakable fortress. The melody of A Mighty Fortress elevates the spirits of listeners, offering comfort and hope. The way the music is structured helps solidify the central message of the hymn, that God is a secure and protective presence in times of hardship. This melodic approach, combined with Luther's powerful lyrics, creates a musical experience that is both uplifting and inspiring. The lyrics of A Mighty Fortress are a masterpiece of theological and poetic expression, deeply inspired by Psalm 46. This psalm, which begins with "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble," serves as the foundation upon which Martin Luther builds a powerful narrative of divine confidence and security. From the outset, the lyrics establish a theme of absolute trust in God as an impenetrable fortress. Luther expands this idea to show God as a constant protection against enemies and adversities, a source of strength and salvation that never fails. The lyrics are filled with vivid imagery that evoke divine security and refuge. Luther describes God as a shield and fortress, emphasizing the protection he offers to the faithful. These images are especially powerful in times of uncertainty and persecution, providing comfort and hope. Luther uses evocative language to contrast human fragility with God's infinite omnipotence. This dichotomy reinforces the idea that, while humans are vulnerable, they can find strength and security in divine protection. Luther's choice of words is intentionally powerful, designed to inspire unwavering confidence and reinforce the believer's faith. The words not only bring comfort, but also encourage the faithful to keep their faith steadfast in times of tribulation. The message of the lyrics in A Mighty Fortress is both a declaration of faith and a call to action, inspiring believers to trust fully in God. This trust is not passive but active, encouraging the faithful to face challenges with courage, knowing they are protected by an immeasurable divine force. The combination of the robust melody and impactful lyrics of A Mighty Fortress creates an emotional effect that transcends time. This hymn not only resonated deeply with those seeking spiritual strength during the Protestant Reformation, but continues to offer a sense of community and unity through shared singing. The music serves as a linking bond between the faithful, promoting a collective experience of faith. In congregations, singing A Mighty Fortress together creates an atmosphere of unity, where each voice joins to form a powerful chorus of belief and resistance. In Luther's time, the hymn was a form of resistance against religious oppression, allowing people to express their faith publicly and united. Today, the music continues to be a symbol of spiritual resistance and a manifestation of shared faith. The hymn fills churches and hearts with an almost palpable presence of security, reminding listeners that, no matter what they face, there is a divine fortress they can rely on. Over the centuries, A Mighty Fortress has been adapted and reinterpreted by musicians from various traditions, each bringing their own perspective while keeping the essence of the hymn intact. This speaks to its versatility and the lasting impact of its message. The essence of the hymn, a powerful affirmation of divine presence and protection in our lives, remains constant. This universal and timeless message continues to inspire and comfort people of all ages and backgrounds. This emotional and spiritual connection that A Mighty Fortress establishes is what keeps it relevant and cherished to this day. Martin Luther, besides being one of the main reformers of the Church, also stood out as a composer whose musical work was as influential as his theological contributions. Luther understood music as a powerful vehicle to convey spiritual teachings and elevate the human spirit, a belief that permeated his actions during the Protestant Reformation. Luther firmly believed that music was a gift from God, capable of calming troubled minds and uplifting the spirit. This perspective led him to integrate music into his religious practices, using it as a means to communicate the principles of the Reformation in an accessible and emotionally engaging way. Luther composed hymns that not only reinforced reformist beliefs, but were also designed to be sung by entire congregations. His ability to create simple and memorable melodies allowed his compositions to be easily adopted by people of all social classes. Music served as an educational tool in his mission, helping to teach doctrines in a way that was understandable and memorable. Luther saw congregational singing as a way to actively engage people in the practice of their faith. By incorporating music into his movement, Luther helped establish a rich musical tradition within Protestantism. His hymns, composed with a structure that promoted collective singing, became a fundamental part of Protestant worship and continue to be sung to this day. Luther's influence on sacred music extends beyond his time, impacting not only Protestant liturgy, but also inspiring classical composers in the following centuries, like Johann Sebastian Bach, who incorporated many of Luther's hymns into his works. Luther, the composer, left a legacy that goes beyond his theological contributions, showing how music can be a symphony of faith and reform. uniting hearts and minds in the pursuit of deeper spiritual truth. The role of music in the Protestant Reformation was profoundly influenced by Martin Luther's vision, who recognized its power to touch emotions and unite people. Luther did not see music merely as an adjunct to worship, but as an essential instrument for the dissemination and consolidation of reformist principles. Luther used music to educate the faithful about the principles of the Reformation. He believed that hymns could make theological teachings more accessible and memorable. The lyrics of the hymns often encapsulated important doctrines, allowing even those without theological training to understand and internalize the new religious concepts. By incorporating complex theological concepts into simple and direct musical forms, Luther facilitated the understanding and retention of these teachings. Music served as an effective means of communication in an era when many were illiterate, allowing reformist ideas to reach a broader audience. The hymns composed by Luther promoted a sense of unity among the faithful. Collective singing in congregations created a shared experience of faith, strengthening community bonds and inspiring believers to remain firm in their convictions, especially in times of persecution and uncertainty. Luther understood that music had the power to resonate emotionally with people, inspiring courage and hope. Through music, he managed not only to educate, but also to motivate the faithful to embrace the Reformation with passion and determination. Luther's vision of the role of music in worship established a rich musical tradition within Protestantism, which continues to influence liturgy to this day. His hymns remain as pillars of sacred music, celebrated for their melodic beauty and spiritual depth. Luther's approach to music also inspired future composers, who continued to explore the intersection between music and spirituality, expanding the musical legacy of the Reformation. Luther's strategic use of music during the Reformation not only strengthened the Protestant movement, but also left a lasting impact on how music is perceived and used in religious practice. Martin Luther was a prolific composer whose musical work had a lasting impact on liturgical music and religious culture. Besides A Mighty Fortress, he created a series of hymns that continue to be sung in churches worldwide, standing out for their ability to integrate music and theology in an accessible and engaging way. Luther often adapted popular and traditional melodies, rewriting the lyrics to reflect religious and reformist themes. This practice not only made the hymns more familiar and easier to learn for the public, but also helped incorporate reformist ideas into everyday cultural practices. The lyrics of Luther's hymns often addressed themes like divine grace, faith, and salvation, offering a new perspective that resonated with the principles of the Reformation. He used these hymns as tools to teach and reinforce reformist doctrines among the faithful. Examples of hymns composed by Luther: From Heaven Above to Earth I Come. This Christmas hymn is an example of how Luther combined simple melodies with theologically rich lyrics to celebrate Christ's birth, making it accessible for entire congregations. A Mighty Fortress is Our God. This hymn is perhaps the most famous of his compositions, symbolizing divine strength and protection, central themes during the Reformation. Lord, keep us steadfast in your word. This hymn asks for divine protection against enemies of the faith, reflecting Luther's concerns with preserving reformist doctrines. By adapting known melodies, Luther facilitated the acceptance and dissemination of his music, integrating it into the culture and religious practices of the people. This helped solidify Protestant identity in a time of great change. Luther's compositions continue to be a vital part of the Protestant liturgical repertoire, celebrated for their spiritual depth and universal appeal. His musical work not only reinforced the Reformation, but also established a standard for religious music that continues to inspire today. A Mighty Fortress is arguably Martin Luther's most emblematic composition, often referred to as the battle hymn of the Reformation. This music not only captured but also amplified the spirit of resistance and spiritual fortitude that Luther sought to instill in his followers during a period of great religious and social turmoil. This hymn became a symbol of courage and perseverance, offering comfort and inspiration to those facing persecution and adversity for their faith. It echoed not only within churches, but also in the hearts of the faithful, serving as a constant reminder that despite earthly hardships, there was a divine fortress that would protect them. The lyrics and melody are a powerful affirmation of divine strength and protection. The image of God as an unshakable fortress resonated deeply at a time when many felt their faith was under constant attack. This hymn helped unify believers in a common mission of spiritual resistance. A mighty fortress quickly became a central hymn in Protestant liturgy, encapsulating the ideals of the Reformation. Its popularity and impact were such that it came to be seen as an emblem of Protestant identity, celebrated for its message of unwavering faith. Over the centuries, a mighty fortress has been adapted and reinterpreted by musicians of various traditions, maintaining its essence while adjusting to new cultural contexts. Its universal message of strength and protection continues to inspire people around the world, regardless of their religious backgrounds. Through this hymn, Luther managed to create a soundtrack for the Reformation that transcended its immediate historical context. A mighty fortress is more than a musical piece. It is a testament to human resilience and spiritual strength that continues to resonate in times of challenge. Martin Luther's musical legacy is vast and enduring, reflecting his vision of how music can serve as a powerful tool for teaching and evangelizing. His ability to unite theology and melody not only transformed the religious practice of his time, but also established standards that continue to influence sacred music today. Luther set a precedent by using music as an educational tool, incorporating theological doctrines into hymns that were easily memorable and accessible. This allowed people of all ages and levels of education to participate in religious practice more actively and informedly. His ability to integrate theology with melody created a new form of religious expression that was exciting and inspiring. Luther's hymns were not just vehicles for conveying teachings, but also spiritual experiences that emotionally touched the faithful. Luther's music transcended linguistic and cultural barriers, allowing his ideas to spread throughout Europe and beyond. By adapting known melodies and creating new ones, he ensured that his compositions were adopted by diverse cultures, solidifying Protestant identity in different contexts. Luther's impact on sacred music is evident in how hymns and liturgical music are used in Protestant churches today. He inspired generations of composers, including iconic figures like Johann Sebastian Bach, who incorporated his hymns into their works, perpetuating his musical legacy. Luther as visionary composer. Luther was not only a religious reformer, but a visionary composer who saw music as an essential part of spiritual life. His vision of a new musical paradigm continues to inspire religious and musical practices, highlighting the enduring power of music in conveying faith and values. Martin Luther's musical legacy is a testament to his innovative vision and lasting impact on religious and cultural practice. Since its creation in the 16th century, "A mighty fortress is our God, ein feste Burg ist unser Gott," has asserted itself as one of the most recognized and revered hymns in the world, transcending its original context to touch hearts and minds through the centuries. The powerful combination of its theological message and majestic melody has ensured its central place in sacred music and church history. Impact of "A Mighty Fortress." This hymn is celebrated worldwide for its ability to express universal themes of strength, protection, and faith. Its message resonates with people from diverse religious traditions, establishing it as a symbol of spiritual resistance and divine trust. "A Mighty Fortress" set a standard for hymns that combine theological depth with musical accessibility. Its structure and melody have influenced countless liturgical compositions that followed, marking it as a pillar of sacred music. Historically, the hymn has been used as a cry of resistance in times of religious persecution and conflict. Its association with the Protestant Reformation and its message of spiritual fortitude have made it an emblem of perseverance in the face of adversity. Over the centuries, a mighty fortress has been translated and adapted into a variety of languages and cultural contexts, maintaining its essence and expanding its reach. This phenomenon highlights the hymn's ability to unite different peoples around a common message of faith. The message of a mighty fortress continues to be relevant in modern times, offering comfort and inspiration amidst contemporary challenges. Its ability to transcend its time and original context is proof of its immortality. Composers across the centuries, including many from the Baroque era like Bach, were inspired by a mighty fortress, incorporating its themes and melodies into their works, which perpetuates its musical and spiritual legacy. The impact and legacy of a mighty fortress are testaments to its ongoing importance in religious practice and musical culture. A mighty fortress is truly a universal hymn that has transcended its origins in Germany, being translated into numerous languages around the world. This ability to adapt without losing the essence of its central message is what ensures its continued popularity and lasting impact. The translation of A Mighty Fortress into various languages has allowed its message of security and protection in faith to reach Christians from different cultures and contexts. Each translation seeks to maintain the strength and clarity of the original message, allowing the hymn to resonate with a global audience. The hymn is widely used in various Christian denominations, including Lutherans, Reformed, Methodists, and even some Catholic congregations. This broad acceptance highlights its ability to unite people from different traditions around a common message of faith and spiritual fortitude. A mighty fortress offers a sense of community when sung in congregations around the world. The shared experience of singing the hymn creates bonds of identity and faith, transcending cultural and geographical barriers. For many, the hymn has become a symbol of Christian identity, representing the constancy and protection offered by God. Its message of strength and confidence inspires the faithful to face challenges with courage and hope. By being adapted to different cultural contexts, a mighty fortress acts as a bridge connecting diverse traditions, promoting understanding and unity among Christians. Even today, the hymn continues to be a source of comfort and inspiration for many, offering a spiritual perspective in times of uncertainty and challenge. The universality of A Mighty Fortress is a testament to its powerful message and melody, which continue to unite and inspire people around the world. The message of hope and resilience present in A Mighty Fortress is one of the reasons why the hymn continues to resonate deeply with people around the world, regardless of circumstances. In times of adversity, whether personal crises or collective challenges, the words of this hymn offer a powerful and encouraging reminder that there is a secure fortress in faith. The hymn conveys the idea that despite difficulties and uncertainties, there is a constant and unshakable source of protection and strength in God. This image of God as a fortress offers a safe refuge, providing comfort and security to the faithful. The words of the hymn have inspired generations to maintain hope amid hardships. During personal crises, such as illness or loss, or in moments of collective challenges, such as wars or natural disasters, a mighty fortress serves as a beacon of hope. The hymn's ability to console and encourage is one of the reasons for its continuous relevance. It reminds believers that even in the darkest moments, faith can offer strength and resilience. The message of the hymn is sufficiently universal to be applied to a wide range of situations, allowing it to remain relevant in different cultural and historical contexts. By reaffirming God's constant and protective presence, the hymn strengthens believers' faith, encouraging them to face challenges with courage and determination. When sung in congregations and community events, A Mighty Fortress promotes a sense of unity and shared identity, helping to unite people around a common message of hope. The message of A Mighty Fortress continues to inspire and console, securing its place as one of the most beloved and enduring hymns in history. A Mighty Fortress is not just a manifestation of Martin Luther's personal belief, but also a powerful call to action and courage. This hymn goes beyond offering comfort. It challenges listeners to actively engage in the pursuit of justice and truth, reflecting the core values of the Protestant Reformation. The lyrics of the hymn encourage the faithful to commit to the pursuit of justice and truth, fundamental principles advocated by Luther and other reformers. This message resonates especially in times of injustice and oppression, encouraging believers to fight for what is right. A mighty fortress exhorts listeners to remain courageous and steadfast in their convictions, even when facing challenges and persecutions. The music serves as a reminder that faith is a solid foundation that offers support in times of difficulty. The hymn reflects Luther's determination to remain faithful to his convictions, even when confronted by powerful forces. It encourages the faithful not to deviate from their principles, reinforcing the importance of spiritual integrity. Besides inspiring individual action, a mighty fortress promotes the idea of collective action. When sung in congregations, the hymn strengthens community bonds and encourages unity in the struggle for a common cause. By challenging believers to be proactive in their faith, the hymn has inspired generations to actively engage in religious and social life, championing just causes and promoting positive change. As an emblem of Reformation values, a mighty fortress reinforces Protestant identity and continues to be a source of inspiration for those seeking to live according to the principles of justice and truth. Through its message of action and courage, a mighty fortress continues to inspire the faithful to live their beliefs in an active and committed way. The legacy of a mighty fortress is truly remarkable, solidifying its status not only as a centerpiece in liturgies and religious celebrations, but also as a lasting influence on modern sacred music. The resilience and adaptability of the hymn are testaments to the enduring power of words and music to transcend time and inspire new generations. A mighty fortress continues to be a popular choice in religious services, especially on significant occasions like the celebration of the Reformation. Its message of strength and divine protection resonates deeply during moments of collective worship. The hymn not only inspired classical composers like Bach, but also continues to influence contemporary musicians who seek to integrate ancient traditions with modern musical expressions. Its structure and themes have served as a model for new sacred compositions. The ability of a mighty fortress to remain relevant through the centuries is a testament to its universal and timeless message. Its melody and lyrics continue to be reinterpreted and adapted for different cultural contexts, keeping its essence intact. The hymn inspires new generations to find strength and purpose in their faith, offering a powerful reminder of divine protection and presence in times of uncertainty. It encourages the faithful to face challenges with courage and confidence. A mighty fortress serves as a symbol of Christian identity, uniting people from different denominations and cultures in a shared message of hope and resilience. The hymn's continued popularity in religious and cultural events around the world demonstrates its lasting impact and its ability to touch the heart and mind of each new generation. The legacy of A Mighty Fortress is a celebration of the power of music and words to inspire and unite people through time. A Mighty Fortress maintains an impressive contemporary relevance, serving as a symbol of spiritual resistance and unity in a constantly changing world. Its ability to inspire and unite people from diverse religious and cultural backgrounds demonstrates its timelessness and ongoing impact. In times of personal and collective challenges, A Mighty Fortress offers a message of strength and divine protection. Its role as a hymn of spiritual resistance remains relevant, reminding the faithful that faith can be a bastion against adversity. Whether in large cathedrals or small prayer groups, the hymn promotes unity among believers. It creates a common space where people from different traditions can come together around a shared message of faith and hope. The words and melody of A Mighty Fortress resonate with a timeless quality that continues to touch hearts. Its ability to transcend generations and cultural contexts makes it a living presence in contemporary religious practice. The hymn challenges listeners to keep their faith firm in times of difficulty, while also offering consolation and encouragement. It remains a source of inspiration for those seeking strength and purpose in their spiritual journey. Although a mighty fortress is a monument to the past and the history of the Reformation, it remains a living presence in the present. Its message continues to challenge, comfort, and encourage those who sing it, reinforcing its ongoing importance in the spiritual life of many. The contemporary relevance of A Mighty Fortress is a testament to its ability to inspire and unite in times of change.
Our helper here amid the flight of mortal ills prevailing, for still our ancient foe doth seek to work us woe. His craft and power are great, and armed with cruel hate, and on earth is not his equal. If we in our own strength can fight, then our striving would be losing. We're not the right man on our side, the man of God's own choosing. And you ask who that may be. Christ Jesus, it is He, the Lord of hosts, His name, from age to age the same. And He must win the battle. Then though this world with devils filled should threaten to undo us, we will not fear, for God hath willed for His truth to triumph through us. Then though this world with devils filled should